Listen, know and accept your worth. Know and accept your worth. So last night I had a 4 hour set. I had a 4 hour gig at this place, and honestly, I think what I'm gonna start doing, what I want to start doing once I start to gig more regularly, I think I'm gonna start coming on here and doing like a gig recap or a gig journal or something like that. The day after, I think I'm gonna start doing that. That's what I want to do. But anyway, yesterday I had a 4 hour set, and I was solo yesterday. It was just me and my keyboard. So this past week, what I thought I would do, I thought which would be new for me, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna create some. Shout out to my friend Jordan for suggesting this. I was like, I'm gonna create some, some backing tracks, some drumming backing tracks, because I had all these upbeat songs. You know what I'm saying? And man, I get to the gig yesterday and I think it was like three songs in, the tracks just decided they didn't want to work no more. So I'm like, we early in the gig. So I'm like, man, so I'm trying to figure out like what's going on, whatever. So I was just like, F it. We just gonna do what I know. Keys, mic, vocals, let's go. And so I had I had got to this like one upbeat song that I really wanted to sing, so I say, so I say to the crowd in a joking way, I was just like, hey, I had some beats going, but it's not working, so we just gonna go with it, da 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 da. And I said it in a joking way, just interacting with the crowd, and the crowd laughed, and I sang the song. It went, and let me tell you, the crowd, they did not miss a beat. Like, they did not miss a beat. And if you gig for that long, like 3 hours and 2 hours and even 4 hours, you know how it is. Like, you have different people that come in. It'd be a different crowd at different times. Like, the people that's there at the beginning of the set, they're not there at the last or the middle or the end. You know how it is. But every group of people that came in at whatever time, they was just on 10. Like, they were interactive, like they were enjoying it, like just giving good energy. And so this one lady, after she tipped me, I think I was on break. She said to me, she was like, forget the beats, man. She was like, you are a vibe all by yourself. She was like, you're just so awesome. I'm like, man, and I'm thinking of and she was like, you don't need the beats. And then the inside, I'm like, ma'am, yes, I do. I received that, but I need these beats to work. So I was like, thank you. And I just kept going over my mind this morning about the gig last night. And it made me think about accept your worth. Know your worth, but accept your worth. And a lot of times, if you are a gigging musician, I don't know if anybody have ever talked about this like inner struggle that a lot of us go through, where you're like, you start off in church and then you get out here. A lot of people don't talk about how in the church we're kind of conditioned to just kind of work with our head down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just like, oh no, I don't want to accept that I'm great. It's just about Jesus. No, I can't accept that I'm good. And we're pushed that narrative of be humble. And although I do believe in being humble, I do believe when you're at church, it's all about God. But I think that we are, presented with this narrative, just be humble, just be humble, just be humble. When it comes to some of us, like, are we humble? Or do we just not know our worth? Are we humble, or are we just not aware of how talented and awesome and amazing we are? Because last night, in transparency, last night was so crazy that last night was one of the best times in a while that I have walked away from a gig and have been like, oh, I killed that. Like, I did really well. Like, even just thinking about like how I was following my voice and my runs, and like, oh my God, and how I got through the last set and wasn't hoarse and wasn't like my energy, like how I was like, last night I was like, man, I did really well. And I think in the church world, you can't say that, because it's like, oh no, this is about Jesus. And a lot of us, we get out here and we are working with our head down, and we just don't want to acknowledge, we don't want to receive. But I say this to that person that may have dealt with this. Know when you are being received, and know when you are being received well. Know that, accept that you are talented. Your style is unique. You are amazing. People enjoy you. People love when you express and you execute on your craft. Keep doing that. And I'm not saying, you got to talk all crazy like I'm this, I'm that. But receive that you are the person for the job. That's why they called you. That's why they hired you. That's why they invited you. That's why they accepted maybe your request to come. Receive that. Receive that. Receive that. Know your worth and accept it. Y'all have a good Saturday.